Today I'm showing you the best way to build Ghost Rider for Ultimate Difficulty, as well as how you can tweak it for Heroic Difficulty. Now, for Ultimate Difficulty, we're going to be taking 2 copies of Lash and putting on KO plus 2 Heroism, because we're taking 4 Heroic cards in the build, and for Ultimate Difficulty, we're going to be making Straight to Hell free, so we're generating no heroism there. So we do need to generate heroism somewhere. This way, not only are we generating 3 heroism, but we can throw back a lot of the no health enemies or the low health enemies at one of our heroes to draw an extra card. Now, the reason for not taking Retribution is simply because you have to discard a random card, and for Ultimate Difficulty it is extremely strategic. You have to be using your cards in order, redrawing at all the right times, or if you're doing an Ultimate 340 plus mission, you will lose. So Retribution, because you have to discard a random card, can screw up your plan for a turn, and Lash is almost as good. So for that reason, we're going to be taking Lash over Retribution. Now, Straight to Hell, making it free and having 2 copies, if Ghost Rider becomes your last man standing, you're basically invincible and can't lose unless you have a Protect the Server mission, because you do have to inflict enough damage on all the enemies to protect the server. But if you don't have that, even on the destroy the helicopter, destroy the truck missions, those missions, you're basically guaranteed the win, because once you start getting mostly Ghost Rider cards and you're redrawing cards, you're basically guaranteed a Straight to Hell at least once per turn, which makes you invincible, especially when you're using your lashes to draw as many more cards as possible. Next, we're going to be taking Hell's Fury, and we're going to be taking Quick on them. Another reason for taking Lash. Lash deals damage to us. When we get dealt damage, our Hell's Fury increases. So whether this comes in or at Quick or not, it's a pretty strong card that generally gets made stronger through Lash and Judgment. So our Hell's Fury is really a heavy hitter for us. Now, because Judgment really needs the increased area of effect to be a real beast, that's why we're going for 2 Hell's Fury over 2 Judgments. 2 Judgments and 1 Hell's Fury is not really a bad way to go, but personally, I found that Hell's Fury generally stacks up very quickly to the point where you can easily get a very good quick kill. So I chose to take 2 copies of Hell's Fury and 1 of Judgment. Once again, we're going to take the increased area of effect, because when we use Judgment, we're taking 25% health damage. So we want to make sure that we are hitting hard with our Judgment. And lastly, we're going to be taking Penance Stare, the legendary. This card is basically kill anything on the board when you're at full health, dealing 4,000 plus damage. It's insane. This is just an instant kill. So we're going to be taking on KO plus 2 heroism. There is one thing to note that is very odd, and probably a bug. But if you do have 10 heroism when you use this card, you're going to go down to 6 heroism. If you have 9 heroism when you use this card, you'll only go down to 7. The only number that doesn't generate the plus 2 heroism is if you have max heroism. So just be advised about that. Now, for Heroic Difficulty, you can easily do on KO get Strength. or gain 1 strengthen, and definitely recommend doing that on both the lashes. If you really want to try, if you're not doing ultimate 3, if you're doing ultimate 1 or 2, you could probably split the heroism, 1 heroism and 1 strengthen. And for your straight to hell, you could probably easily get away with making them on redraw, gain 1 fast. That way, your Hell's Fury and your Judgment cost 0, and your Penance Stare basically cost 1 because you're going to get the KO anyway. So, you would still run quick on the Hell's Fury for Heroic, and the bonuses on the Penance and Judgment would still be the same. The last thing you could change if you are running Heroic is to run 1 copy of Immolate. Gain 1 counter is your best option to do the most amount of damage. For some odd reason, the damage that you do per explosion is based off the bonus that you select, and the only one that gives you max damage is redraw gain 1 counter and gain 1 counter. So obviously you want the gain 1 counter, and then still keep 1 copy of Straight to Hell just in case you need it, and just put it on redraw, gain 1 fast, and that would be how you could tweak it for heroic difficulty or low level ultimate difficulty. And that is the best build for Ghost Rider for ultimate difficulty, and how you could tweak it for heroic difficulty. If you found this video helpful, do leave a like, comment, share. It helps people find the build. I hope this helped.